DeLozier, where are we headed?
Saugerties, New York, Woodstock, New York. Up the Hudson. Here in the Catskills. Here we are at Platkill, New York. Where Washington slept.
Did he really sleep here?
Yes.
Are you sure he actually slept, or did he have a sleepless night?
No, he slept. He would have been here too long to not sleep. Only a couple in the country. Establishing shot there where we are. St. Mary of the Snows Cemetery, where many of the people of my old parish are buried. Right outside our neighborhood. I'd say it's our own neighborhood graveyard. Go anywhere. If you walked out that door, you'd fall like it's on the second story. There's nothing there. It's like a door that shouldn't be there. There's no reason to be there. I think this one might be some people I know. Oh, watch the flowers. I believe this one right here is my altar boy instructor, Mr. Neely. I forget what his first name was, but I'm pretty sure this is the same guy, Mr. Walter Neely. He passed away about 6 years ago. It looks like from this. So they got the mountains and everything in there on his pretty well. This man over here, Barca, Paul Barca, he used to own a Shell service station where we used to always get gas. And he always had big log pretzels to give out to all the kids in the car. And he had a cooler full of beer he used to drink from most of the day in front of the place. Paul Barca, he was always a real friendly guy, he was always laughing. And over here, they have the Now family. I went to school with them. They were kids who were insufferably good, and they were always winning everything. And I was sort of resentful of them a little bit, but they were nice people. Yeah, this area here has most people that I remember now. There's probably a few more.
A lot of Italians?
Yeah, there's a fair number of Italians, a lot of Irish. Yeah. Yeah, there's a fair number of Italian and a fair number of Irish.
Up there, there's a lot of Irish, and over here, there's a lot of Italians.
A lot of Italians. Italians came a little bit later. There's some nearby community like Glasgow, which is very heavily like a Sicilian, not even Italian, Sicilian, But this area in here is more, it's mixed. Yeah, you find a lot of different names. Earlier on, a lot of Irish. St. Mary of the Snow, I think, was originally like an Irish parish. I remember when this graveyard was like half the size. I always thought it'd be scary to live in one of these houses like right next to it. So this is the graveyard. It's grown quite a bit over the years. You can say people are just dying to get in here, and they definitely are. But hey, it's an industry, Provide some jobs digging down and all that, and maintaining the places. And definitely the neighbors don't give you too many problems here as far as parties or anything, So I mean, quiet neighborhood, Maybe Halloween it acts up a little, and it's nice. Over there, you see the Schroeder Mansion. It's now a halfway home, as from what I understand, people with drug and alcohol rehab programs. Looking over that, if you could, is Schroeder's Hill, because the Schroeders used to own that whole area. And you can look down and see the village of Saugerties. Up here is this street, over by Avenue, I think is the name of it. That's a nice house. There's a couple nice older houses. Towards the end of the street where they have a business that used to be an A&P for a while, there was a little old lady who had a penny candy store. Like a little, no more than a shack almost, but you go in there and you can get all this penny candy. I mean, those are the days when you could go there like 14 cents and buy actually 14 different pieces of something. So we used to stand there all day and we'd be saying, which is this and that and that, you know, because when you're a kid and you just have pennies, it really counts, you know. But then she died and they tore it down. They built the A&P, and now the A&P went out of business and they replaced it with some high-tech business. Ready?
Now what's that over there?
This is the Orpheum. Let's get a little closer. It'd be one theater now. It's a triplex, and they still kept the original front and the original Art Deco type ad thing to it. This goes back to the days. This was originally a theater, not just a movie theater. This was originally an actual stage theater. And from there and then over here, they have the actual thing. And that's it right across the street. This is like most of these towns along here. The Dutch church is usually the oldest in town, and that's the one in Saugerties here. See here, Main Street School. It's like a kindergarten through 8th grade. This is where I attended for a year. Somewhere in there. To tell you the truth, I'd have a hard time finding the exact rooms I was in there. It was always confusing to me. Okay. Like anywhere else you want to go. If that's open, we could go in and see the Rip Van Winkle thing in the fireplace. And across it. Here we go. This is an interesting part. See, here's the Rip Van Winkle story. Fireplace. Play bowling, he gets drunk, he falls asleep, wakes up, and it's all this years later. It's the entire story. One of these regional paintings. Cats get obviously. Uh-huh. Go around here and get a whole view of everything. Up here, they were in the middle of a building campaign, which they doubled the size of the school. The school used to only get to be halfway, which you sort of see what the newer edition is on the inside. They doubled the size of the school. Didn't do anything to the hall, that stayed the same. This was the pond here. They used to have like, obviously they have like 11, 12 nuns charity. Made this the parish rectory and everything center over here. And then one nun who does live with the principal, she lives over where the priests used to live in their old house. They live in there now. And she's the only nun that lives there, I guess. Oh yeah, that's a nice little place there, huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, some ingenious type. It's a real mixture of the old and new. The Snows School. There's only a few St. Mary of the Snows, either parishes or schools in this country. I think there's one other one in the country, at least there was. This is where I went from the 1st grade through the beginning of the 7th grade. Spent all that time here. This is the older part. The part over here is a newer addition that came on after I left. Over here is the parish center and rectory. It used to be the convent for the Sisters of Charity that taught here. Good view over St. Bernadette, I think, and Our Lady. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we used to go up. We used to sing hymns, and we put a crown of Mary Rose, what used to be the convent. This is where we used to have our May processions and Proud Mary, singing Ave Maria, or Immaculate Mary. Not as modern as the one in Berkeley Heights. As you can see, some of our friends have started sinking into the ground. Bubbles over the years. It's sort of uneven. I think some of these people, like, they were shallow graves and started falling in the water. Stood back in all ways. The style they used to build these churches in. The church we saw from the air is shaped like a cross. That's the way they used to design them. Got it? Here we got a view of the section of Saugerties. Okay. Around here, yeah, it gives you a different perspective. They had these here till fairly recently. It used to be, they had steps coming up from here, they were all the way up to here. You can walk from down there all the way up here. Apparently sometime last few years or whatever, they took the stairs up. I remember it was a steep stair, man. So you get up here, you'd be out of breath, you know. But you can see sort of the panorama. If there was no foliage at all, you see even better. Down there, that was a trash dump. They covered that. That was an actual dump. I mean, there was a hole there. People threw stuff in it. Used to drive by. They covered it up now, thank God. That's what that was. The original unsanitary. There's the where the nun lives, I guess, now. Probably have guests that stay there and stuff. That's the garage. Yeah. I understand there, huh? Rafferty. See, this is the older section, McCarthy. So a lot of these people would be Irish. Kelly. Could be, yeah, especially for a girl.
Scott?
Yeah, Scott.
That must be an old tomb, right?
Oh, yeah.
No stone.
He died 1881. I imagine they buried him pretty quick right around there.
So how old is that?
And buried him.
Oh yeah, very beautiful.
These singing birds singing to you forever. There's a couple of graves that have seen better times. How'd you like to be doing?
See those things they have? With deer? What do you call that? Deer?
Oh, here it is. In your car yet, or what?
Nice, nice. Look at that, John.
Nice.
Here,
Yeah,
here.
look
Get it
here.
from here. Nice picture from here.
Here, especially with the sun. The rest of the week you can try to see. Table. Yeah, he wants a game. So you can sit back there. What you do, we can either way you want. They have good pizza. Hudson River. That way. nice place to come as kids and have a nice day, picnic, running around and all that. It seemed bigger back then. It was there, bigger. And they had the Mum Fest. It was like mums all over.
Make it closer.
And you see, because it was dark. So you see the sun change the view of the place when it's really out. It gets really weird. Like you see a cloud on part of it and then it go by. And, but that's historical Catskills right there.
Catskill.
You get a picture of the lighthouse. Come on there. Yeah, we got the wood stuff. We'll be up there. This was a nice place. It's a nice place to grow up.